Welcome back. Now, if you missed anything from the show already, you can go onto all our social media and check out what you missed. Now, let's go to a day in the life of segment. Welcome everybody to a day in a life of a chiropractor. I'm here with Dr. Marcus Mans at the Chiropractic and Wellness Centres. Hello sir, and thank you for joining us.
Hello, thanks for inviting me.
So tell us a little about yourself.
When I was 19 years old, I found myself lying in a pool of my own blood. I just had a life-threatening motorcycle accident, and I was lying on the side of the road with my limbs drastically mutilated. And as I was passing away, feeling like I was dying, I remember saying one thing, that I was too young to die, and that I was kind of praying to God to give me one more chance. I made a promise that day as I was lying in my own blood that if I was to get one more chance, that I wouldn't play at this thing called life anymore. That every single day of my life I'd wake up and I'd give it my all. I'd made a promise to my God that He had given me this opportunity at life, and that I wouldn't play with it anymore and play small and let my own fears and insecurities keep me from allowing Him to use me to express His glory. And so many years later, I discovered my calling, my purpose, and that was to improve, extend, and save lives.
Why Ghana though?
Well, Ghana was English speaking. I figured if I'm coming for a new message with a profession that people had never heard of, the last thing I need is to be able to try to translate that into French or Swahili. So I looked for an English speaking country. I looked for where the majority of our ancestors originated from, the slave trade, the hub of slave trade being here in Ghana. I looked for political stability. My mother made me promise that I would only choose a place where it was safe. If I was going to be a trailblazer and risk my life, she wanted me at least go somewhere where I had a fighting chance of survival. So Ghana fit all that: English speaking, politically stable, safe, and it was on the ocean. I figured that if everything went wrong, I could swim home.
And come back home.
Exactly.
Okay. So can you give us a summary of the chiropractic practice? Did I say it right?
Close enough. Chiropractic, the practice of chiropractic.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, your body was designed to function and heal on its own. You were born in this image and this perfection that God commanded for you. And when you were a sperm cell and an egg cell that came together from your mother and your father, conception took place. And in that moment, all you needed for thrival, to live a full, healthy, vibrant, happy, prosperous, balanced, holistic, wholesome life was in your DNA. Now, provided your mother was doing the right things when you were in her womb, because you were sharing blood with her, and her lifestyle, or death style as I like to call it, was affecting and impacting your cultivation. And then she went into labor, and voila, here comes a 8-pound, beautiful, obviously, bouncing baby girl. And when they cut your cord, which left your navel or your belly button, they didn't cut you from the source of healing and repair and function. That intelligence is still there. As you sit here right now, that intelligence is functioning for you. It has your heart beating. It has your ovaries secreting estrogen. It has your eyebrows growing. It allows oxygen to go in and carbon dioxide to go out. It allows your liver to detoxify, your kidney to filter.
And so on and so forth.
77 trillion cells, millions of processes every single minute literally taking place because there's an intelligence that knows how to function. However, all conditions and preventable diseases, all life or chronic illnesses are the result of either toxicity to that system or deficiency. Either you're doing something with your body or to your body that literally keeps you from expressing your genetic potential for greatness, or you're depriving your body of something your body needs, genetically needs, in order to express that greatness.
You repair the communication so that the body can begin to heal itself once again.
You got it.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me about a typical day in your life.
Typical day in my life. I have a blessed life. I am very fortunate. I have 5 children, and they live here with me. We homeschool them here.
Hi, my name is Asha Ruby AC Mans, and I am 10 years old. My name is Destiny Alberta Adroman, and I am 11 years old. My name is Amika Gladiola Adroman Samans, and I am 8 years old.
And I wake up, they wake me up at 4:50 a.m. every morning, Monday through Friday. We start our hour of power. And we leave the house, we walk to the gym, they go do their swimming lessons, I do my workout and my morning routine exercises, which is sacred, because without that, you are not giving the body what it needs, and it's deficient and it gets diseased. So I gotta practice what I preach, because you're watching and so are the viewers. So we'll do that hour of power, we'll walk back home, we'll have breakfast together, we'll chat a little bit about the day, and then around 7 o'clock, they will go to do their homeschooling. I'll go shower, get dressed, and go into my work. My work can comprise of so many things. I like speaking, as you can tell. I'm very passionate about it, and from what I hear, kind of good at it. And I'm invited to speak at churches and civic organizations and businesses. My office, I have now 6 offices throughout Ghana, and my team of 95 employees will need my leadership, my instructions. So there's a series of meetings with my managers, trainings that happen with my team of doctors, which are world-renowned experts in our fields. And my day is full of a lot of that. At home by 9, sleep by 9:30, up by 4:50, and that routine continues Monday through Friday. Friday nights, I'll typically go out and celebrate, depending upon how effective and efficient I was that week. I'll meet up with some friends, we'll have happy hour. I will slightly toxify my body and then deprive it a little bit, but for the most part, that's for good balance. And Saturdays is time with family. Sundays is church, or sometimes what we do is our family communion. We'll sit out on my rooftop and listen to an audio or watch a movie that has a philosophical relationship, so that kids can process what it takes to live a holistic, balanced life, so they can be prepared for the world and be able to make decisions, have good, strong self-esteem, good self-worth, wisdom, confidence, independence, and most importantly, love.
So coming back to the daddy day, why you do it to give them that confidence?
Absolutely. 2 of the most important words that anybody could ever learn is called role modeling. And at the end of the day, kids do not listen to what you say, but they do what you do. They're watching you, and they're trying to see what type of lifestyle you live. Is it balanced, or is it stressful? Is it something that they would desire to do? You're setting the standards for them all along the way, and they're watching every step of the way. Even when you don't think they're watching, they're watching.
We heard that you're going to help our cameraman Kweku with his back problem. So tell us what you're going to do so we can prep and be ready.
Good. So today, we're going to check his nervous system. We're going to look at how to begin the process of restoring his nervous system back to optimum. The adjustment or the care that the chiropractor provides is not painful, it's painless, it's safe, it's gentle, and it's effective. So you'll get to see how we apply those forces to the spine and safely and gently realign it, removing the pressure, allowing the power from the brain to communicate to every cell and tissue of the body, creating the vitality the body was required to have.
I absolutely love that man. What did you two think about him?
He is just always smiling. You asked the
Yeah, he
question
was
at
always
a certain point, like, is he ever down? But
high energy, always smiling, in a good mood. It just rubs off on everyone.
My thing is, what doesn't really work?
Well,
Does putting your bones in place.
Apparently, he says a lot of women who can't get pregnant come to him, and after sessions of straightening the backs, they get to get pregnant. So, you know, it's possible.
It's all in your spinal column. That's where all your nerves are, and it connects to all your organs in your body. So really everything is connected.
Because when the nervous system doesn't stream well, things in your organs won't work properly. She had to actually do a presentation in front of
all his patients, and I had to present to them and tell them exactly what the practice was about, and I think I passed.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. Wow.
Okay, so now time for some business tips.
Be courteous to everyone, no matter what role they play in the company. Within your first few weeks, be ready to learn quickly during training sessions and still get work done. Take lots of notes. There will be a ton of information coming your way, so write them down. You might not remember them in the future. Do not be afraid to ask questions about what you do not know. It will save you a lot of time and disappointment in the future.
Conducting yourself in a work environment,
Not easy.
So
it can be hard. It can really be hard because some people too, they overexert themselves, and sometimes you're not being asked to do that. You're just being asked to do certain things. So how do you draw the fine line? That's my question.
Well, it's all about being in that environment for a longer period of time and then actually figuring out what to do, because we never know when we walk into a new company.
Basically, when you come into a new place, you just take your time, try and figure out, observe, listen, and learn. Very important.
And then you can start taking initiative when you see certain things that aren't necessarily working well. Test the waters a little bit. Ask, what do you think about this before you go out and do something?
Yeah.
But
So, good advice.
be respectful, isn't
Yes.
it?
Definitely. Well, this week, again, we're also giving away a quickly.mobi domain name. You know what to do by now, so go and figure that one out. And who knows, you might be getting one of the domain names from Dream Oval.
And now we're going to take a break and we'll be back with the scholarship fund.